Greetings, friends, and welcome back to the 3-Minute Horror Show. My name is Ben, your host, and I love horror movies. In fact, I watch the bad movies so that you don't have to. You're welcome. Today I'll be reviewing the movie Tox-ic Shark from 2017. A dirty, stinky, toxic shark terrorizes the beaches of Puerto Rico. But this isn't only a Sharksploitation movie, it's also a commentary on environmentalism.
Wow.
This movie was directed by Cole Sharp. He has only ever worked on this project. And it was written by Ashley O'Neill, who seems to rate TV movies exclusively. Tox-ic Shark is not available to stream here for free in Canada, but you can stream it on Fossum or Amazon Prime in the United States, so use your VPN. A group of yahoos go on a singles retreat on an island near Puerto Rico, and it just so happens that the ex-girlfriend of one of the dudes in this group and her friends are also attending by coincidence. It also just so happens that there's a nasty-looking toxic shark prowling the waters nearby. The retreat is run by a sleazy fitness influencer, and oh boy, does this place ever suck. The guests are vapid and annoying, the instructors are hipsters, and for some reason, it really seems like most of the dialogue was recorded and added in post-production. Next, there's a big messy fight between the two exes as the two groups meet. Better Tox-ics than Tox-ic Shark, the movie. The toxic warning symbol. It lets you know not to eat that thing in your hand before it's too late. It is a better toxic than Tox-ic Shark. Toxic Avenger. He's a janitor and Troma's mascot and the subject of a new-ish movie. He is a better toxic than Tox-ic Shark. Toxic by Britney Spears. This Toxic is a song, and while it's not necessarily my jam, I admit that it is catchy and definitely a better toxic than Tox-ic Shark. The Toxic Twins. Steven Tyler and Joe Perry called themselves the Toxic Twins in the 1980s because a small sample of their blood could wipe out an entire neighborhood. They are also a better toxic than Tox-ic Shark. The resort chef and his assistant are out catching fish one morning and they're suddenly attacked by a very silly-looking shark. Jump cut to some fun and games on the beach, and one of the trio of lead ladies is playing in the water. She's seemingly injured by something that brushes her leg, and the wound doesn't appear to be a bite or a jellyfish sting. She takes ill almost immediately and needs to see the resort nurse. Meanwhile, there's some relationship drama stuff going on with the two exes who are paired up at a resort activity together, and at the same time, resort management begins their search for the missing crew. Science Lessons with Ben. You may be asking yourself right now, this movie is about a toxic shark. How can there possibly be a science lesson in here? Well, you see, there is a toxic shark, the Greenland shark, and it is toxic to eat. According to Wikipedia, the flesh of the Greenland shark is toxic due to its high concentration of urea and trimethylamine oxide, or TMAO. I hope I said that right. And unless you properly treat the meat before eating it, your body will turn that TMAO into poison. So great. Avoid eating the Greenland shark, you're good to go. Easy, right?
Yep.
Well, the people of Iceland love to live dangerously, and they came up with a method of preparing and eating this delicacy which they call hákarl. What they do is ferment it in a container that's got holes in it that allows the liquid rot to drain from the meat. Then it's hung up in strips to dry for several months. Gross. It's said to have a strong ammonia odor and a very fishy taste. Not for me. What say you, American Idol judge Randy Jackson?
It's definitely a no for me, dog.
Soon after this, the shark begins to attack people in earnest. First jumping in the air and spitting some silly green goo on people, then eating them. It eats a whole ocean yoga class and moves on to its next targets. Apparently, this shark is toxic because of humanity's pollution of the oceans. Okay, fair enough. Another wrinkle, the people who are merely poisoned by the shark, not outright eaten, become violent zombies that try to kill others, before presenting themselves to the shark as dinner. Will anyone survive this gross, nasty shark? It turns out that this was a very late-era SyFy network movie. Now, I'm not surprised by that, but what I am surprised by is the fact that if you look at their CGI from 2000, and you look at their CGI from 2017, it never really got better. This movie was a silly waste of time, and the dialogue added in post-production gave it an uncanny valley quality that just felt off. So yeah, looks bad, sounds bad, acting was bad, story was bad. The shark wasn't the only thing that was toxic. I rate Tox-ic Shark a 3 out of 10.
Gross.
As always, a link to my letterboxd appears in the video's description. Please leave me a like, comment, and subscribe as it really does boost my engagement, helps my channel grow. Smell you later, nerds!